It's our burn book. So we cut out girls' pictures from the yearbook, and then we wrote comments.
For this week 8 exercise, our group decided to analyze the film Mean Girls. We have identified one psychological phenomenon, and that is groupthink. It is the main driving force of this film, where we see how the main character, Katie, goes from this to this. Groupthink is often focused on groups in an office setting. It is a psychological phenomenon that occurs within a group of people, in which the desire for harmony or conformity in the group results in an irrational or dysfunctional making outcome. However, groups exist everywhere and they all make decisions of some sort, even if they are just everyday choices. So how it started? Katie's first day at school didn't go well, but the next day, Janice and Damian befriends her and takes her behind the school to cut class. This is a prime example of wanting to be part of a group, especially since she's still the new kid. Then we introduced to the plastics, Karen Smith, Gretchen Winners, and Regina George.
Won't we get in some sort of trouble for this?
Why would we get you into trouble? We're your friends.
I know it's wrong to skip class, but Janice said we were friends, and I was in no position to pass up friends. I guess I'll never know what I missed on that first day of health class.
Who are the plastics?
They're teen royalty. If North Shore was Us Weekly, they would always be on the cover.
That one there, that's Karen Smith. She is one of the dumbest girls you will ever meet. That little one, that's Gretchen Wieners.
She's totally rich because her dad invented toaster strudel.
Gretchen Wieners knows everybody's business. She knows everything about everyone.
That's why her hair is so big. It's full of secrets.
Hey, what's happening?
And evil takes a human form in Regina George. Don't be fooled, because she may seem like your typical selfish, backstabbing, slut-faced hoe bag, but in reality, she is so much more than that.
She's the queen bee, the star. Those other two are just her little workers.
Regina George. How do I even begin to explain Regina George?
Regina George plays the role of the leader in the group. Gretchen Wiener is the Regina's loyal servant, learning everyone's secret, then watching Regina make other lives miserable, including hers. Karen Smith is just a comedic relief character, conventionally playing the dumb bimbo. Mean Girls exemplifies groupthink through the plastic rules. The three girls have a specific dress code and other rules like not dating each other's ex-boyfriends and not buying clothes without their input. They do hurtful things to their peers, and other students are too afraid to speak up due to impartial leadership. The plastics are very isolated, which builds their groupthink. Regina is the ringleader of the group, and Karen or Gretchen remain silent while Regina makes decisions for the group. This creates an illusion of uniformity.
Could you give us some privacy for like 1 second?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you should just know that we don't do this a lot, so this is like a really huge deal.
We want to invite you to have lunch with us every day for the rest of the week.
Oh, it's okay.
Coolness! So we'll see you tomorrow.
On Wednesdays, we wear pink.
Having lunch with the plastics was like leaving the actual world and entering Girl World. And Girl World had a lot of rules.
You can't wear a tank top 2 days in a row, and you can only wear your hair in a ponytail once a week. Oh, and we only wear jeans or track pants on Fridays. Now, if you break any of these rules, you can't sit with us at lunch. Well, I mean, not just you, like, any of us. Okay, like, if I was wearing jeans today, I would be sitting over there with the art freaks. Oh, and we always vote before we ask someone to eat lunch with us, because you have to be considerate of the rest of the group. Well, I mean, you wouldn't buy a skirt without asking your friends first if it looks good on you. I wouldn't? Right. Oh, and it's the same with guys. Like, you may think you like someone, but you could be wrong.
In this video, you will see that each member has something to say about what they believe is wrong with their body. Towards the end of the clip, you will notice that Katie is pressured to also say something about her flaws. This shows one aspect of groupthink whereby members of a group often conform to the group norms, in this case pointing out their flaws, so as it to ensure that the flow of the group is not disrupted.
God, my hips are huge.
Oh, please. I hate my calves.
At least you guys can wear halters. I've got man shoulders.
I used to think there was just fat and skinny. Apparently there's a lot of things that can be wrong on your body.
My hairline is so weird.
My pores are huge.
My nail beds suck. I have really bad breath in the morning.
Ew.
Katie enters the plastics so that she can eventually backstab the girls, but the groupthink drew her into believing she was a plastic.
There is obvious tension between the girls in many scenes, but they act very cohesive because they want to get along. They follow the rules to appease the queen bee.
The weird thing about hanging out with Regina was that I could hate her, and at the same time, I still wanted her to like me.
Okay. You have really good eyebrows.
Thanks.
Move.
Same with Gretchen. The meaner Regina was to her, the more Gretchen tried to win Regina back. She knew it was better to be in the plastics, hating life, than to not be in it all. Because being with the plastics was like being famous. People looked at you all the time, and everybody just knew stuff about you. I was a woman possessed. I spent about 80% of my time talking about Regina, and the other 20% of the time I was praying for someone else to bring her up so I could talk about her more. I could hear people getting bored with me, but I couldn't stop. It just kept coming up like word vomit.
Here we have some symptoms of a groupthink. Groups are often ruled by a leader who is not afraid to voice out their opinions and desires. They also have the illusions of invulnerability, where they think that no one can touch them or go against them. They believe that whatever they do is morally correct, and they often stereotype out groups. They also have mind guards, which are basically members who protect leaders from opposing beliefs. The decision-making resulting from groupthink are often flawed. This is because groupthink creates the illusion of unanimity, which is essentially the assumption that everyone in the group has reached a consensus, and in this case, the plastics always agree with whatever Regina says. Critical thinking is also discouraged, which consequently results in lack of creativity, because of the pressure to conform to the leader's beliefs. Furthermore, illusions of invulnerability and the belief that whatever they do is morally correct are precisely the reasons why the plastics think they can bully others and behave however they want. This shows that decision-making in groups sometimes fail to consider possible risks that come with their decisions and actions and how it affects everyone around them. The girls seem almost brainwashed into fully believing in the rules.
Gina, you're wearing sweatpants. It's Monday.
So?
So that's against the rules, and you can't sit with us.
Whatever. Those rules aren't real.
They were real that day I wore a vest.
Because that vest was disgusting.
You can't sit with us!
Gretchen and Karen followed me around all afternoon.
So what are we doing this weekend?
Yeah, what are we doing? Oh, I have to go to Madison with my parents. What? We have tickets for this thing.
What?
Was I the new queen bee? I can try and get out of it. Yeah. I had learned how to control everyone around me. Hey, I'm having a small get-together at my house tomorrow night.
Is Regina going?
No, do you think I'm an idiot? No, it's just gonna be a few cool people and you better be one of them, biatch.
No, I don't go.
Shut up. I love that shirt on you.
You know I couldn't invite you. I had to pretend to be plastic. Buddy, you're not pretending anymore. You're plastic. Cold, shiny, hard plastic.
But you're the one who made me like this so you could use me for your 8th grade revenge.
You plastics, you think that everybody is in love with you when actually everybody hates you.
Social norms are sets of regulations followed by other members of the group. Sanctions or punishments are done to those who do not observe these rules. Now, Regina influences and manipulates her peers to further enforce her status and control. In everything she does that is unacceptable, she turns it around so it can be perceived as acceptable to society. To those who do not conform to her ways, she punishes them by spreading rumors around the campus, thus making them have a miserable life all throughout their high school. Mean Girls may be a prime example of how groupthink works, but most of the film shows how an outsider actually breaks down the groupthink phenomenon. A new girl, Katie, comes to the school and becomes friends with the plastics. She sees a wrongdoing in their decisions and actions. By befriending the 3 girls, Katie partakes in whistleblowing because she speaks her mind when others would have chosen to stay quiet. Eventually, the girls go their separate ways after realizing that the group was lacking in many things, and this brings an end to their groupthink.
Thank you.